welcome to another video. Today's been tricky. I've been feeling a lot more nauseous today, and I noticed that just getting up to go to the bathroom was causing a huge increase in my heart rate. I took my blood pressure and it was like 85/63, which is low even for me, so that was the reason I was feeling so rubbish all day. I did a post on Instagram about this because I really struggle to recognise when I'm in a flare of one of my illnesses. The increased nausea, the increased tachycardia should have alerted me to the fact that my POTS was having a bad day, but it didn't. I just didn't recognise that. Not until I'd seen the actual numbers on the screen. I'd seen that my blood pressure was 85/63 and I was seeing that my heart rate was 97. And then it was like, oh, of course, that's what's wrong. But until then, I just couldn't put the pieces together. And I've been thinking about this all day, trying to work out why that is. And I think it might just be because so many doctors have told me that, you're not ill. The tests are showing you're not ill. It must just be all in your head, or it must be down to anxiety or depression, or you're just making it up. Even though I know those doctors are wrong, especially now, because I have the test results to show that they're wrong, they still seem to have got inside my head, and I still seem to have absorbed that element of doubt and disbelief. And so it comes out when I'm feeling worse than usual, and I'm thinking, well, there's no reason I should be feeling worse than usual, so I must not be feeling worse. It just must be me, or I must be feeling anxious or whatever. And actually, no, that's not the case. Nothing could be further from the truth, It's very frustrating because, like I said, even though I know those doctors are wrong, they still seem to have got inside my head subconsciously. It's just very annoying. So that's been my day. I did watch Game of Thrones though, and oh my god, it was amazing. This season has been so good so far. Jon and Daenerys finally met. The acting in that scene, if you've watched the episode, you'll know what I'm talking about, was just amazing. There were so many WTF moments. It was incredible. I'm going to go to bed now. I'm going to listen to some nice, calming, relaxing music. I'm going to, I was going to say try and read, but I don't think that's going to happen because I'm just too fatigued today. Hopefully tomorrow is a better day because I've got to have a shower and wash my hair because I'm going to the dentist on Wednesday for a filling. Going to be honest, I don't think this week is going to be as good as last week. I mean, any week when you have to go to the dentist is not a very good one, is it? So I'm about to leave for the dentist in about 10-15 minutes. Overall, not feeling too bad, which is good. I don't think my POTS is as bad today as it was Monday, which is just, I'm so thankful for because I was so worried about how I'd cope if it was. I'm quite anxious about this appointment, not about the actual filling itself. I'm not really worried about that. The thing I'm worried about is, firstly, the position that you're in when you're in the dentist. Your head is slightly down, which is very uncomfortable for me, and it makes my GI symptoms a lot worse, specifically the burping. I can't burp when I'm lying down like that. I have to sit up to be able to do it. So my stomach just fills with air and it's so uncomfortable and it makes me feel quite sick. So that's one thing I'm worried about. The second thing is that this appointment is in the morning. It was the only one I could get for the next couple of weeks, actually even a month, because my dad's going away again and he's taking the car. So I had to take the appointment in the morning, and it's before lunch, but it's just before lunch, so I won't have anything in my stomach, which will probably be good for the burping and the nausea. But then I'm also worried about how the anaesthetic will affect me. Will it make me feel sick because I'm having on an empty stomach? The third thing I'm worried about is having to have my jaw open for a long period of time, because that really exacerbates the pain I feel. And I think the appointment is half an hour, 45 minutes, so to have my jaw open that entire time is going to be really tough. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to preemptively take an antiemetic just in case I start feeling sick during the procedure. Hopefully that will help. I'm also going to tell him that I definitely want to have the mouth guard fitted because I've been doing a bit of research about them and apparently they are really good, and I've heard several first-hand accounts of people having them and it really helping their jaw pain, so I'm quite hopeful about it. I'm pretty much ready to go. My dad's just taken my sister to the train station and then he's coming back to get me, take me to the dentist. So yeah, hopefully it goes well. I'm sure it will, and I'll be back in bed soon. I'm back. It went fine. I can't feel my nose or my top lip, so I feel like I might be talking a bit weird. The filling was fine. It was just so hard to keep my door open for that long, and it kept locking, and eventually I couldn't keep it open because the muscles were just shaking, and it made me look like I was about to cry, like, you know, when someone's bottom lip bobbles. So I must have looked completely ridiculous. He said, oh, do you want to put like a block in your mouth to keep it open? And I was like, oh yeah, that's a really great idea. But they didn't have one small enough there and then, and because we were right near the end of the procedure, I was like, oh, don't bother. But he said he'd find the right size the next time I have to have work done, so we don't have to go looking around, and it'll make it easier for me, so that's good. I definitely think the tooth looks a bit whiter, but it's hard to tell because, like, I've just had it done. I'm just about to have lunch, and then I'm just gonna lie in a dark room because I know that I'm gonna get a migraine. I can feel it already. The pain in my jaw is so intense, so that's why I'm doing this now, just after I got back. I have an appointment in 3 weeks' time to have the mould taken off my teeth for the mouth guard, because it's like a same day thing, so they do the mould and then immediately you get the mouth guard. It didn't make sense to do it there today because it takes about half an hour, and I have to leave it a few weeks just to let the filling settle. So finally, pain relief is on the horizon. Just have to wait a few more weeks. The rest of yesterday, I was the most exhausted I have been in a really, really long time. I was just so tired that my bones just felt like they were made of lead, and I could barely keep my eyes open. I dozed for most of the afternoon, which is really unlike me because I know I've talked before about how difficult I find sleeping in the day and napping, but yesterday afternoon I was just pretty much asleep from about 2:30 till about 5. I think it was from just having so much adrenaline coursing through my body during the filling. And also I think the anaesthetic that they give you contains adrenaline or causes the body to manufacture adrenaline or something like that. So that added to it as well. Actually, during the filling, I had so much adrenaline coursing through me that my hands actually started to go numb. And that obviously really freaked me out. So then I started to have more adrenaline, so it's just like a vicious circle. I don't have any pain in my tooth today, which is great. It's still not the same colour as the others. It is still a little bit grey, but it's never going to be as white as my other teeth because it's a dead tooth, because I don't have any nerve in it because I had a root canal. So it's never going to look the same as the others unless I have a crown, and a crown costs like £600, and I don't really want to do that right now. But I definitely think it is a little bit whiter than it was before, so I'm really happy about that. I was expecting my pain to be really bad yesterday, but as soon as I got back, I put a hot water bottle on my jaw and I changed the sides regularly, so each side got heat, and it seemed to really help because I didn't have that much pain in the muscles, and I was so thankful for that. And today my energy is still really, really bad. I'm feeling quite sick as well. I don't know if that's from the anaesthetic or just from overdoing it yesterday. And my pain again isn't too bad yet. I say yet because I'm really nervous that it's going to get bad. I'm just going to stay in bed for all of today, I think. Well, not that I do anything different, but you know what I mean. I'm actually trying to read a book called Crochet for Absolute Beginners because I'm really good at knitting. I've knitted for like 10 years, but I've never learnt to crochet, and I think that is crazy. So I bought a book and I'm going to try and maybe not start today, that might be a bit too much, but I'm just looking through it to get the basics. And I'm watching Shetland on Netflix, which is an amazing BBC drama set in the Shetland Islands, obviously. It's like a detective murder mystery thing. I love it. And I'm really excited because I just found out the 4th season is in production at the moment, so I'm really happy about that. My eyes have started to water for no reason. I look like I'm about to cry. I don't know why that is. I don't seem to be getting any REM sleep at the moment, which is the most important type of sleep. It's not that I'm waking up and disturbing it. It just doesn't seem to happen. I mean, I'm sleeping, well, last night I slept for 8.5 hours, so I can't complain the length of time I'm sleeping, but because I'm not getting any REM sleep, I haven't really been feeling like I've slept that long. Today's been okay. I've done a bit of yoga, but I've been in quite a lot of pain in my jaw. It's clicking so much today, more than usual, and I'm not feeling very good, but I wanted to show you something I bought a couple of weeks ago that has honestly changed the game. It's a long hot water bottle, and You know, that might not sound very radical or revolutionary, but it has honestly really helped me so much. It's got ties at either end, so you can tie it round you if you're moving around. Not that I do that very much, but it's good to have the option. The really good thing about it being so long is that I can drape it over my shoulders and my neck if I want to, which is really great for my neck and shoulder pain. As you probably know, that's where the majority of my chronic pain emanates from. I can also lie it across my pillow and sort of like lie on it as I'm going to bed, and I don't have to pick it up and turn it over as I would with a normal hot water bottle. I can also lie it vertically down the length of my leg if I need to, because I've been getting a lot of hip pain in the last week or so it's been really great for that. It has just been amazing, and I highly recommend that people with chronic illnesses, or anybody really, because it would be great for period pains or anything like that. It's not ridiculously expensive. They do a variety of coverings. I went for a fleece one because if I have anything rough, like clothing labels on the back of my neck, it really triggers my pain. So I really wanted something really soft, and it's perfect. But they do Liberty print coverings, they do cotton ones, they do cashmere ones, which I was really tempted by, but they were quite expensive, so I didn't I didn't do that. But it's helped my pain so much over the last couple of weeks when I've had it, so I really recommend it. I found the company on Instagram, which is at @UUBottle. So if you want to go and check them out over there, that's where I saw photos and customer reviews and stuff like that really made me decide that I wanted to get it. Archie's just come in. I'm going to go back to watching the athletics now. It's the World Championships and it's being held in London. It really reminded me of 2012, which was just amazing. I'm waiting for Archie to start going mental. The end of another week and another video. I think this week has been okay. It's been quite challenging energy-wise because I had to go to the dentist and that was really exhausting, so just recovering from that has pretty much taken up most of the week. Other than that, it's been pretty uneventful, but that's no bad thing. I hope you've enjoyed the video and I'll see you again next week. Bye!